You attended an interview, answered every question carefully, and walked out feeling hopeful. They said they'll let you know in a couple of days. It's now day 3 and they haven't said anything yet. Now you start to worry. Maybe I wasn't good enough. Maybe they didn't like my profile. Maybe I made a mistake. The brain doesn't have enough information. Everything feels uncertain. Your brain doesn't like this, so it starts filling in the blanks by creating stories. Anxiety usually prefers stories with a bad ending. And that's why one of the biggest triggers of anxiety is uncertainty. And it doesn't stop with interviews. How often have these thoughts crossed your mind? What if I don't pass the exam? What if I don't get good marks? What if all this effort doesn't work? What if I disappoint my parents? What if I make the wrong decision? What if the person I trust lets me down? The problem with such thoughts is that in one moment you are living 10 different futures in your head. And that is anxiety. In today's world, almost everyone experiences it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tejas Shine from Within. I'm Ansuya, a counselor and guide, and this is a space where I share simple ideas to help you become your best self so that you have a stronger and calmer mind. I recently talked to people about what they worry about, and the answers were striking. Doing well in studies, getting a good job, having enough money, health issues, parents' expectations, relationships, acceptance, social media comparison, past mistakes, and one person summed it up totally. They said, I worry, what if all the effort I'm putting in never works? Am I actually capable or am I just wasting my time? If you've ever asked yourself something like this video is for you. Now, anxiety is not the enemy. Feeling anxious does not mean something is wrong with you. Anxiety is a normal human response to stress, uncertainty, or perceived danger. Your brain is asking, is there something I need to prepare for? And sometimes that anxiety is useful. You have an interview tomorrow, you prepare. You have an exam, you study. You're walking somewhere unsafe, you become alert. The problem begins when the brain's alarm system keeps going off or becomes much stronger than what that situation requires. At that time, anxiety can become very difficult to control, physically exhausting, and starts interfering with sleep, studies, work, relationships, and just everyday life. So, why does this happen? Anxiety loves uncertainty. We feel scared of something that hasn't even happened and might never happen. That's exactly the anxiety loop. First, we feel uncertain about facing the unknown future. We think, what if this happens? What if that happens? And then that imagined threat creates more anxiety, more thoughts of what if, what if. And now the body joins in. Your heart starts to race, your breathing becomes shallow, your muscles tense, the stomach starts feeling very uncomfortable. You can't concentrate, and then you start becoming anxious about the anxiety itself. You will think, why is my heart beating like this? Why can't I stop thinking? And the loop just keeps getting stronger and stronger. But what are we really afraid of? Sometimes we are not actually afraid of failure. We are afraid of what failure might mean about us. Imagine you're preparing for an important exam. First, you think, what if I don't do well? Then you think, what will my parents think? Then you think, my friends will laugh at me. Then you think, I will not get a good job. And finally, maybe I'm really not capable. Now, this exam is no more just an exam. It has become a judgment on your entire identity. Let's say someone got rejected from a job. The event is, I didn't get the job. But the mind turns it into, I'm not good enough. That's when anxiety becomes much heavier. Because every uncertain event starts feeling like a verdict on your worth. A rejected application is not proof that your life is going nowhere. A failed exam is not proof that you are incapable. And a relationship ending is not proof that you are unlovable. And then there is one of the most hardest forms of uncertainty. You may love someone, you may trust them, you may build your plans around them, and still they may disappoint you. They may betray you. They may not be able to give you what you expected from them. And that's painful. And you feel, if I think about it enough, maybe I can do something to prevent it. So you worry. You replay conversations. You analyze and keep analyzing people's behavior. You imagine every possible outcome. You try to predict what someone will do, and you try to do something to prevent that. But thinking harder cannot give us control over another human being. So, what can we actually do? There is a painful truth here. We cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can learn to control what we do next. Whenever anxiety starts, ask yourself two questions. First, what is in my control? And then, what is not mine to hold? What is in my control? My preparation, my effort, my choices, my communication, the help I seek, the way I respond. So, do that. Do what is yours to control. And then ask, what is not in my control? The outcome, other people's choices, the future, things that have already happened in the past. And here, we have to learn something difficult. We don't always get certainty. We cannot always be sure of what is going to happen. And many times, we have to move forward without being certain about things. So, if you have something practical to do, do it. If there's nothing you can do right now, repeatedly worrying about it will not change anything for you. In fact, it will just drain your energy even more. So, whenever your mind wanders into the future or into the past and worries, come back to the present. Take a slow breath. Take a deep breath, then another and another till you feel your thoughts slowing down. Come back to the present by feeling your feet on the ground. Look at what is actually happening right now rather than everything that your mind is worrying might happen. We don't know what tomorrow will bring. We don't know whether this plan will work. We don't know how other people will behave. But we don't have to face the unknown alone. Many people have found deep comfort from prayer. You do your part, you make your effort, you do all that you possibly can, and then you pray. You ask God, whatever comes, give me the strength to face it. Will praying guarantee that everything will happen the way I want? We can't say for sure. We may pray for success and still fail. We may pray for someone to stay and they may leave. We may pray for a particular outcome and get something completely different. But prayer can become a way of placing down for one moment, a few moments, the burden of trying to control everything. And prayer can give you something very important in this uncertain world, a feeling that you are supported even when you don't know what lies ahead. Our lives are shaped by more than just our personal effort. There are some things we inherit. There are circumstances which are beyond our control. And then there is the grace of God. We can give our best effort, but we cannot guarantee the outcome. This is where prayer becomes meaningful. It is not a bargain with God. I can't say I prayed, so give me what I want. Rather, prayer is an expression of trust. I will do my best. I don't know what lies ahead. Please, God, give me the strength, wisdom, and courage to face it. Please bless me with your grace and strength. So, the goal isn't to build a life in which you never feel anxious. That life doesn't exist. Situations will change, people will change, plans will change, plans may fail. Some people will disappoint us, and sometimes, despite our best efforts, things will not go the way we hoped. The real goal is to become someone who can face this situation without being destroyed by it. You don't need to know exactly what tomorrow will bring. You need to know that whatever tomorrow brings, you will meet it courageously. So, the next time your mind asks, what if everything goes wrong? Don't promise yourself that everything will be fine. Instead, tell yourself, I will do what I can today. I will not borrow trouble from tomorrow. And whatever comes, I will face it with courage. Peace doesn't come from knowing that everything will work out. Peace comes from knowing that whatever happens, I do not have to face it alone. My eternal friend will give me the strength to go on. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions or thoughts about what we learned today or want more information, feel free to reach out to me on WhatsApp or by email. Namaste and have a great day.